So I wanted to do a little video about my pawpaw farm that I'm kind of starting here. Talk a little bit about pawpaws, and this is going to be a series of videos so people that are interested in trying to grow pawpaws for themselves, they can check these out and maybe learn a few tips and stuff. Pawpaws are a delicious fruit. Grow from this tree here, Asima triloba. So here's one pawpaw, and it is get out of the shadow here. It is in the flowering stage, so we are almost towards the end of March. So this is what the sort of the pre-flower bud looks like. It's almost, I don't know if you can see, but it's brown color. It's almost going to turn green. So it's turning green right now. The buds are extending quite nicely. They're a little fuzzy. They look like little hazelnuts or something. And what's going to happen is this little guy will open up like a clam and produce a little flower. At first the flower is green, and then it changes to a kind of a reddish purple color. The flower actually resembles meat, and it's not pollinated by bees, which sort of distinguishes this fruiting tree from other trees. It's pollinated by other kinds of insects, ants, flies, hence the meat colored flower. And so here's another one. Actually, the flowers even have a smell like meat. So of course those pollinators are not really predictable, so it's better to pollinate yourself. And I'm going to make another video after these flower to discuss how to do that. It's not very difficult. Take you to the other section of pawpaws here. There's pawpaw number 5. And there's a lot of nice fruiting buds on here. And so at this time of the season, late spring or early spring, the buds begin to expand and extend. And I don't know if you can see this, but this is a flowering cuticle or whatever. So, or I'm sorry, a leafing. So this will be a leaf, and then these round buds will be flowers. And then here's pawpaw, another one. So, and then there's one here. I'm growing all these pawpaws organic, so I grow everything organic. And pawpaws are not so difficult to grow or in an organic fashion. Pawpaws are riverbank trees native to North America, and they love a lot of water, and they love a lot of organics in the soil. So if you want to grow a pawpaw yourself, I would recommend preparing the soil maybe even 2 or 3 or 4 months, half a year ahead, and dig it real deep. I mean, I dug all this ground area out quite deep, I don't know, maybe 3 feet, and then width was about, or diameter was about 2 foot. So and I prepared the soil. I put a lot of organics in there. I put a lot of compost and stuff. So it's really important if you want to be successful. This is my sort of the father of my pawpaw farm here. So it's grown. This one was the first one I planted, and it's grown pretty significantly. It really took off last year. What I do is around this time of the year, early spring, late spring, I give a scoop. I dig down So the water is going to flow this way because the land is sloped, and I dig down in front of the pawpaw, and I put a handful of manure in there to give it a little bit of a boost for spring, when when it starts to flower and stuff, just to give it a little bit of strength. So again, these will open up. These buds will open up, and they will produce these sort of red flowers. And what happens is the female flower develops, and then after the female flower, it will change into a male flower. So the female flower will turn into a male flower. So what will happen is you'll have several different flowers at different stages of development. Some will be male, some will be female. And you want to collect the pollen at the male stage, of course, and then distribute the pollen to the female flower of a different tree, preferably a different cultivar. So I have all different cultivars. All these trees are different cultivars, and that's sort of the best for great fruit production. If you want to have really good fruit production, you want to have different cultivars and sort of cross-pollinate. And the pollination is quite easy, straightforward. You just collect the pollen, put it in a little cup, and with a paintbrush, dab it into the female flower of these things. And then if it's successful, the pollination, then the flower will change into a little cluster of fruits. Sometimes the cluster will be 3 or sometimes 4. And then those fruits will develop throughout the summer season. And I harvest around mid-September. Seems to be a harvest season for these things here. It's a 4-season climate. We have about 4 months of winter, and a little bit of snow and frosts and stuff. So we get the chilling hours that are necessary. So yeah. Anyways, what I'll do is I'll do another update on this situation, sort of a how-to video when it comes time to pollinate. And I'll pollinate these guys and sort of give some tips on it. Pollen, it's really easy to pollinate. The pollen itself is quite large size, so it's easy to collect and keep in a little cup or a dish or something, so it's not going to blow around by the wind too easily. Anyways,